Hello, I'm Eric Soligoy with Crop Life Media Group, here again at another fireside chat at the 2024 Tech Hub Live event. I am here now with Glen Franzluebbers from Central Valley Ag. Glen, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Eric.
So if you could, with our audience, share a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Central Valley Ag, because I know that you're very popular in this part of the country, but other folks might not know about you. So.
Sure, yeah. Central Valley Ag, we're a farmer-owned cooperative. We're based out of Nebraska, Kansas, and Iowa. So we cover a pretty diverse area and pretty diverse terrain and soil types and everything. So we are a full-service co-op. We offer grain, fertilizer, agronomy products, feed, energy, pretty much the whole works. So my role with Central Valley Ag, I'm the Director of Professional Ag Services. I lead our precision ag and new technology groups. Our role is to work with all the new technology, the emerging markets, any of the new ag tech and stuff that's going on. So as a farmer-owned cooperative, I feel like it's our role and our duty to sort through all the new ag tech, all the stuff, all the noise. You walk around here today and there's a ton of new stuff. So I think it's really our role to sort through all those things and figure out what will bring value to our customers so they can be profitable on their farm and find something that'll work. Because every customer sees value in a little bit different way. Everybody has a different farming operation, different way of doing things. So they can all see value in different ways. So we got to kind of try to help them identify what that value is.
Now that's an interesting point, because that's part of the reason why I decided to have you here today. Again, I know I go back far enough that I remember when you were talking about in agriculture, when you're talking about precision agriculture or site-specific agriculture, as it sometimes was referred to back in time, ag technology. It was kind of new. It was sort of its own thing, defined very narrowly, if you will, in the marketplace. But again, in the last 25 years or so, it's really broadened. And Central Valley Ag, I know, has been involved in the marketplace for several years. But I know recently, as you and I had spoken before we got on for our chat, CVA has taken a little bit of a more novel approach regarding how you define ag technology and how you market it to your grower customers. Right. Can you discuss that with me and the rationale behind it, why the decision was made to do it the way you did, and what has been the feedback you've gotten since you've started segmenting things that way?
Okay. Sure. Yeah, we've had the way of sometimes presenting all the ag tech and all the stuff. We almost kind of vomit everything on our customers. We have this, we offer this, we have this. There's this technology, this company. So sometimes it can get really overwhelming and really confusing for the customers. So we decided to kind of break it out into different focus areas. Break it out with planning early on before a season, plan and prepare, and then monitor and protect during the season, and then validate after the season. That way we can kind of get it into some little more focus areas and not just have it so confusing and be able to sort through all the noise. Yeah, like you said, years ago, it was just ag tech. It was precision ag, and that's what we dealt with. Well, now with Central Valley Ag, it's a really cool thing to see that a lot of our divisions are working together in the ag tech side. The agronomy, the precision ag, our grain department working on some traceability things. We're working with our IT department on data collection, data storage, how to handle all this stuff. We're starting to try to put all those pieces together and tie everything together for our growers.
Okay. So can you name the different groups that we're talking about here?
Such as?
Well, you mentioned agronomy is one, and I'm kind of curious because again, this meeting is about new technology. So I'm kind of curious if you have a new technology, you see something here on the floor that's intriguing, sure, you think it would be very useful to your grower customers, how would you decide where it went in the new breakdown that CVA has for technology?
Yeah, just I guess for example, like the monitor and protect side in season. That's something where if we're using drone scouting, we're using we're calling it Acre Intelligence, which is our digital scouting packages, utilizing all the technology in season to help our growers be more efficient and see more value. So, those fit more in the agronomy, some into the operations side. Some of the preseason stuff, we're working a lot on some sustainably grown grains or traceability or something like that. So that we'll sit and work with our grain department and try to find a way where we can coexist in that area too. So validation, that's data collection. It's running through our R&D, our research and development, trying to do some analytics, different things like that, and delivery to the customer. So that's where our IT department fits in. They're the experts on the data collection, how to handle the data, how to do a lot of those things, the storage, how we're working with all that. So everything kind of has its little niche that we can kind of dump into those buckets and those focus areas to where we can kind of keep the confusion down a little bit and kind of sort through some of that noise.
I was going to say, I know one of the things that folks have talked about in precision ag for forever, of course, is you had all these silos, if you will, where you would gather data and you would have all this information, but then trying to centralize it and get it to connect with itself to be useful for the grower customer to do something with. Has this process made that easier? Because intuitively it seems like, okay, we're kind of splitting things up, we're putting things back in silos, but the connectivity has to be there for this to be effective, correct?
Correct.
Yes. So, I mean, what's been the experiences you've been doing? How long have you been doing this, by the way?
We're just fairly new to starting the process.
Yes. So that question then, I mean, how have you made that connectivity a part of this so everybody is working in concert with one another?
Yeah, we're just trying to make sure we're collecting the right data, quality data, and getting it into a certain area. Like right now we're working through Field Reveal and Stratum, helping collect data and put it into those buckets so that we can sort through all of that stuff and come out with some good information. But it's still a challenge. It's always a challenge with collecting the data, collecting good data, moving it around, storing it, everything. So it's still a challenge, and I know we got a long way to go, but we'll hopefully get there.
I was going to say, so this is just kind of, this is in this baby step process, I guess. So, right. Again, I almost hate to do this, but kind of staring into the crystal ball and assuming that in Tech Hub Live 2025, if we have you back for a fireside chat, is there a hope? Is there a goal for how this program will have expanded and grown in the interim year time since between now and then?
Sure. Yeah, the goal for 2025 would be to be successfully collecting a lot of this data. And we're starting to work with more analytics and trying to put more analytics programs together where we can prove some ROIs, prove some value, prove that. So having a product that we're actively using with our customer base, so they can see the benefits, see the values, see the ROIs, and have that product out and helping us prove that value to the growers.
Okay. Well, hopefully this type of a method will be adopted by other folks in the marketplace, because it certainly sounds like it has possibilities to make life a little simpler for everyone in how they deal with ag technology moving forward. So on behalf of myself, Eric Svilagoy, and the whole Crop Life Media Group, thanks for joining us, Glen, for this fireside chat on CVA. And stay tuned. We'll be back with another one shortly.